Did you know that in 2024, companies are expected to spend almost $14 billion on AI?
Wow.
That's over 6 times what they spent in 2023.
That's a lot.
And we're not talking about, your Roomba getting smarter.
Right.
This is about serious investments in enterprise AI solutions that are changing the way businesses operate.
Yeah.
We're diving deep into the Menlo Ventures report on the state of enterprise AI to see what's really going on.
It's fascinating how quickly we've moved from a few pilot projects to AI becoming a core business strategy. This report shows that 72% of IT decision makers are expecting even wider adoption of AI in their companies soon.
Okay, so everyone's jumping on the AI bandwagon. But the report also says that over a third of these decision makers don't actually have a solid plan for how to implement it.
Right.
That seems a little, risky, doesn't it?
It does highlight a potential disconnect. There's a lot of enthusiasm, but perhaps not enough strategic thinking about how to make this transition successfully. What's interesting is where the money's coming from. 60% is from innovation budgets. Which makes sense since it's still early days for enterprise AI.
Sure.
But 40% is coming from permanent budgets, which signals a deeper commitment.
And almost 60% of that permanent budget is being redirected from other areas.
Right.
That tells me this isn't just a passing fad. They're moving money around to make room for AI.
Right.
What does that say about the future of those other areas?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
It suggests that AI is seen as a more strategic investment, potentially offering a greater return than those other areas. This shift is happening across departments, not just within IT.
Speaking of shifts, what about jobs? When I hear AI, I automatically think robots taking over.
That's a common concern, but actually this report shows that AI is creating jobs. Some of the fastest growing roles are AI prompt engineers, AI trainers, and even AI ethicists.
AI ethicists?
Yeah.
That sounds so futuristic. What do they actually do?
They help ensure that AI is developed and used responsibly. It's a crucial role, bridging the gap between the technology itself and its impact on people.
So it's not about replacing humans entirely.
Right.
It's about finding ways for humans and AI to work together.
Yeah.
That makes me feel a bit better. But it also sounds like people might need to start learning new skills to stay relevant in this AI-powered world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The report even highlights the growing demand for specialized AI skills. It predicts a major talent drought with intense competition and soaring salaries for skilled AI professionals.
Okay, so maybe robots aren't taking over just yet.
Yeah.
But it sounds like AI is definitely shaking things up in the job market.
Yeah.
Let's move on to how companies are actually using AI. I'm guessing it's not just for super techie stuff anymore.
You're right. The report highlights how AI is being used in a range of departments, from sales and marketing to HR, finance, and even legal departments.
Legal departments?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't usually think of lawyers as being on the cutting edge of technology.
Well, think about what lawyers do. They deal with massive amounts of data, complex documents, and tons of research. AI can help streamline those processes. Companies like Everlaw are using AI to make e-discovery and trial preparation more efficient. Harvey and Spellbook are using AI to help with contract review and legal research.
So AI is basically becoming everyone's new assistant?
Yeah.
From software developers to lawyers?
Exactly. And that brings us to the rise of the co-pilots.
Co-pilots, like in a plane?
Kinda. But in this case, a co-pilot is an AI assistant for specific tasks. The most popular type right now is the Code Co-pilot. 51% of businesses are using them, with GitHub Co-pilot leading the way.
That makes sense. Coding can be incredibly time-consuming, so AI is stepping in to help programmers be more efficient.
Exactly. There are even co-pilots for specific software development tasks. Harness has an AI DevOps engineer, and All Hands offers a QA assistant for pipeline generation and test automation.
Wow. So theoretically, you could have an AI that writes your code. A&D tests it for you.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Right.
But let's be real. AI isn't just about making developers' lives easier. It's also changing the game for things like customer support.
Right. Absolutely. Support chatbots are huge GE right now. 31% of companies are using them.
I've definitely encountered more chatbots than ever before.
Right.
Some are definitely better than others, though.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious when you're dealing with a clunky bot versus a helpful one.
Right. That's why companies like Izera and Observe AI are focusing on creating AI-powered support chatbots that are actually helpful for both customers and employees.
Okay, so we've got co-pilots for coding, co-pilots for support. What other areas are seeing this AI assistant trend?
Enterprise search and data tools are also booming.
Okay.
Companies like Glean and Sana are using AI to make it easier to find and analyze information across your entire organization. Think about how much time you spend searching for the right document.
Oh, yeah.
AI can help with that.
That would be a lifesaver.
Yeah.
I feel like I spend half my life just searching for things.
Right.
What about those endless meetings we all have to sit through? Can AI help with that too?
It can. Meeting summarization tools are becoming increasingly popular.
Okay.
Tools like Fireflies.ai and Fathom are taking notes and highlighting key takeaways.
Okay.
So you don't have to.
Okay, so AI is making our work lives less tedious and more efficient.
Right.
But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Cost.
Yeah.
All of this sounds pretty expensive. Are companies building these AI solutions themselves, or are they buying them?
Interestingly, it's almost a tie. 47% of AI solutions are being built in-house, while 53% are being purchased from vendors.
Okay.
This is a significant shift from 2023, when 80% of companies relied on vendors for their AI solutions.
So companies are becoming more confident in their ability to handle AI themselves.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
It's certainly an interesting development.
Yeah.
It suggests that companies are becoming more comfortable with the technology and are willing to invest in building their own solutions.
Yeah.
It also raises questions about how accessible AI expertise is becoming.
Okay, so for those who are buying AI solutions, what are their top priorities? Is it all about finding the cheapest option?
Surprisingly, price is barely a factor.
Oh, wow.
Only 1% of decision makers said price was their main concern.
Wow.
What they're really focused on is ROI.
Okay.
30% want tools that deliver measurable value, and 26% want solutions that are customized for their specific industry.
So it's not about being cheap.
No.
It's about getting real results.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But even with the best intentions, sometimes projects fail.
Yeah.
What are some of the reasons AI projects go wrong?
Unexpected implementation costs are a major factor, cited in 26% of failed projects. Then there are data privacy concerns and disappointing ROI, each accounting for about 20% of failures.
Okay. So it's not just about the cost of the AI itself. It's about understanding all the associated costs.
Yes.
And ensuring the solution truly addresses your needs.
Exactly. And then, of course, there are the technical glitches. Those hallucinations that AI is prone to can also cause problems.
Yes. When AI just makes stuff up. I've seen that happen, and it's definitely not ideal.
Those hallucinations were cited in about 15% of AI project failures.
Okay.
It highlights the fact that even though AI is powerful, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Careful planning and a realistic understanding of the potential pitfalls are essential.
So who's actually footing the bill for all of this AI? Which departments are spending the most?
IT departments are, unsurprisingly, leading the charge with 22% of the spending.
Okay.
But it's not just them.
Right.
Product and engineering teams combined are spending 27%.
Wow.
Which shows how deeply integrated AI is becoming in the development process. The rest of the spending is spread across a range of departments, including sales, marketing, HR, finance. Pretty much everyone is finding ways to use AI.
AI really is everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about the specific industries that are being impacted the most. Are there any standouts?
The report highlights two industries in particular, legal and financial services.
Let's start with legal.
Okay.
I'm still fascinated by the idea of lawyers using AI.
Yeah.
What are some of the specific ways it's being used in that field?
We touched on a few earlier, but there are even more companies doing interesting things. Besides Everlaw, Harvey, and Spellbook, there's also EvenUp, which is using AI to analyze legal documents and identify potential claims, and Eve, which is using AI to streamline the process of filing lawsuits.
So AI is helping lawyers be more efficient.
Yes.
And potentially even level the playing field for people who might not have the resources to hire a high-powered legal team.
Absolutely.
What about financial services? How is AI changing that industry?
Financial services companies are spending $100 million on enterprise AI this year alone.
Ooh.
This industry is all about data, complex regulations, and critical workflows, which makes it ripe for AI disruption.
Makes sense. So how are they actually using AI?
There are startups like Numeric and Clarity using AI to revolutionize accounting.
Okay.
Then there are companies like Archify and Rogo using AI to speed up financial research.
So AI is helping with everything from crunching numbers to analyzing market trends.
Exactly. And there's Arch, disrupting back-office processes for investment firms with their AI-powered solutions.
Wow, it sounds like no corner of the financial industry is safe from the AI revolution.
You got it.
Okay.
And then you have companies like Orbi and Sema4 offering broader AI solutions that start with things like reconciliation and reporting.
Okay. So many different approaches to using AI in finance. What about companies like Greenlight and Norm AI?
Yeah.
What are they up to?
They're focused on compliance.
Okay.
They use AI to provide real-time monitoring, helping companies keep up with those ever-changing regulations.
AI is helping financial companies stay on the right side of the law.
Yes.
That's a pretty important role.
It is.
Okay.
And all of this AI wizardry is powered by a complex tech stack behind the scenes.
Ah, yes, the tech stack.
Yeah.
This is where it gets really complicated, right?
But it can be.
Yeah.
But it's also incredibly fascinating. At the heart of it all are foundation models.
Yeah.
The brains of enterprise AI.
Okay. And these foundation models are costing companies a fortune, aren't they?
You bet. Yeah.
Companies are projected to spend $6.5 billion on foundation models this year.
Wow. Okay, so walk me through this tech stack.
Okay.
What else is involved besides the foundation models?
One interesting trend is the rise of multimodal strategies.
Okay. Companies
are using 3 or more foundation models, not just one.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Isn't one brain enough?
Well, different models excel at different things.
Okay.
Some are better at generating text, while others are better at analyzing data or recognizing images.
Right.
By using multiple models, companies can combine their strengths and get the best of all worlds.
So it's like having a team of AI specialists, each with their own unique skill set. That makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then there's the debate about open source versus closed source models.
Okay, break that down for me. What's the difference?
Closed source models are like proprietary software.
Okay.
You don't have access to the code and have to pay for a license to use them.
Open source models are freely available for anyone to use and modify.
So which type of model is more popular?
Closed source models are still dominant with 81% market share, but open source is holding steady at 19%.
Okay.
So there's definitely growing interest in using models that are freely available.
Interesting. Are there specific companies that are leading the way in these different approaches?
OpenAI, the company behind GPT-4, used to be the dominant player in the closed source world, but their market share has dropped from 50% to 34%.
Wow, that's a significant drop. Who's taking their place?
Anthropic is the biggest winner here.
Okay.
They've doubled their enterprise presence from 12% to 24%.
What's so special about Anthropic?
Their Claude model has been getting a lot of attention, particularly after the release of Claude 3.5 Sonnet, which has some groundbreaking capabilities.
Like what can it do that other models can't?
Well, for one thing, it can actually use computers.
Really?
Which is a pretty big deal in the AI world.
So it's not just generating text anymore, it's actually interacting with software.
Exactly.
Wow.
This opens up a whole new world of possibilities for what AI can do.
Okay, so we've got foundation models.
Right.
Multimodal strategies. The open source versus closed source debate. What else is going on in the tech stack?
Let's talk about design patterns.
Okay.
These are standardized architectures for building efficient and scalable AI systems.
Okay, and what are the hot trends in design patterns right now?
The biggest one is RAG,
okay,
which stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation.
Okay.
It's now used in 51% of AI systems, up from just 31% last year.
Wow, that's a huge jump.
Yeah.
What exactly is RAG?
Basically, RAG combines information retrieval with text generation.
Okay.
So instead of just generating text from scratch, the AI can also access and use relevant information from a database or other external source.
Okay. So it's like giving the AI a library to work with, which makes its output much more informed and relevant.
Exactly. Another interesting trend is the emergence of agentic architectures,
okay,
which power 12% of AI implementations.
Agentic architectures. That sounds incredibly complex.
It is.
Okay.
Basically, these are AI systems that can act autonomously to achieve specific goals.
So like an AI personal assistant that can book your flights, schedule your meetings, and manage your entire calendar.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then there's fine-tuning, which is the process of customizing a pre-trained AI model for a specific task.
So you're basically teaching the AI to be an expert in a particular area.
Exactly.
Okay.
But surprisingly, fine-tuning is still relatively rare.
Oh, really?
Only 9% of production models are being fine-tuned.
I would have thought that would be more common.
It's definitely something to watch in the future
as
companies become more sophisticated in their use of AI.
Okay, so we've got Reddit agentic architecture and fine-tuning.
Yeah.
What about the data infrastructure?
Yeah.
How are companies managing all the data these AI systems need?
Traditional databases like Postgres and MongoDB are still widely used,
Okay.
but there's also a growing demand for AI-specific databases like Pinecone.
What's so special about Pinecone?
It's a vector database specifically designed for storing and retrieving the kind of data that AI systems need.
Ah, so it's like a specialized filing system for AI.
Exactly. And then there's the challenge of preparing data for AI.
Right.
Real-world data can be messy.
Right.
And AI needs it to be clean and organized.
You can't just feed AI a bunch of random information and expect it to make sense of it.
Exactly. Traditional data preparation tools are still being used.
Okay.
But we're also seeing the rise of specialized tools like Unstructure, designed to handle the nuances of unstructured data like PDFs and HTML.
So the whole tech stack is evolving to support the unique needs of AI.
Yeah.
It's amazing how quickly this field is changing.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get more complex and sophisticated in the years to come.
Speaking of the future, Menlo Ventures has some bold predictions about where AI is heading.
Right.
One of the most intriguing is the rise of agentic automation.
That's right.
Okay, we talked about agentic architectures earlier.
Yes.
Is this basically the next step?
Exactly.
Okay.
Menlo Ventures believes these AI agents will be able to handle even more complex, multi-step tasks, going way beyond what current AI systems can do.
So we're talking about AI that can not only generate text and analyze data, but actually take action in the real world.
Exactly.
Okay, and this has the potential to disrupt some huge industries.
Right.
Menlo Ventures estimates that agentic automation could shake up the $400 billion software market.
Yeah.
And even make a dent in the $10 trillion U.S. services economy.
Absolutely.
Wow, those are some big numbers.
Yeah.
Are there any companies already working on this kind of next level AI?
Yes.
Okay.
Companies like Clay and Forge are building platforms that use agentic AI to automate complex tasks.
So this is really happening.
Yeah.
It's not just science fiction anymore.
It's becoming reality, and it's happening fast.
Yeah.
Menlo Ventures highlights the disruption already happening in some industries.
Okay.
They point to the example of ChatGPT's impact on Chegg and Stack Overflow.
Right.
Chegg, an education technology company, saw 85% of its market cap disappear.
Wow.
As ChatGPT took over its turf. And Stack Overflow, a popular website for programmers, saw its web traffic cut in half.
Wow, that's brutal.
Yeah.
So what other industries are ripe for disruption?
Menlo Ventures believes IT outsourcing firms like Cognizant and legacy automation players like UiPath should be worried.
Okay.
They're facing competition from AI-native startups that can offer similar services at a fraction of the cost.
Okay, so the AI revolution is coming for a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
But aren't there going to be a lot of new jobs created in the AI field?
Absolutely. But that brings us to Menlo Ventures' other big prediction.
Okay.
The AI talent drought is going to get even worse.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Why is that?
As AI systems become more complex and sophisticated, the demand for AI expertise is going to skyrocket.
Right.
But there just aren't enough skilled professionals to meet that demand.
So it's going to be a battle for the best AI talent.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that means companies are going to have to pay top dollar to attract and retain the best people.
Okay.
Menlo Ventures predicts that salaries for skilled AI professionals could easily double or even triple in the coming years.
Wow, that's good news for anyone with AI skills.
Yeah.
But what about companies that can't afford to pay those kinds of salaries?
It's going to be a challenge, even if companies invest in training programs and build AI centers of excellence.
Okay.
The gap between supply and demand for AI talent is going to be huge.
So the future of work is changing rapidly.
Yes.
And it's not just about automation replacing jobs.
Yes.
It's also about a whole new set of skills and a fierce competition for the people who have them.
Exactly. And this is happening across a wide range of industries.
Okay, so let's talk about some specific examples.
Sure.
How are companies like Continental, Michelin, and Nestle using AI?
These companies are all using AI to capture what they call tribal knowledge and maintain high standards in their factories.
Okay.
They're working with a company called Squint to transform their instructional materials into immersive, augmented reality experiences.
So they're using AI to train their workers in a more engaging and interactive way.
Yes.
Is that what tribal knowledge means?
It is.
Okay.
Tribal knowledge refers to the accumulated wisdom and experience within a company or team that isn't always written down or formalized.
Okay.
Think of it as the unwritten rules or the tricks of the trade that experienced workers pass down to new employees. Using AI to capture and share this knowledge helps improve safety, reduce errors, and ensure consistent throughput.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
What about a company like CodeSignal? How are they using AI?
CodeSignal is using AI to help companies identify top engineering talent.
Okay.
They've developed a platform that automates coding assessments, personalizes question difficulty, and even detects plagiarism.
So they're using AI to streamline the hiring process and make sure they're getting the best candidates.
Exactly. And then there's abnormal security, which is using AI to protect companies from email threats.
Okay.
Like phishing and business email compromise.
Right. That's a huge EE problem for businesses these days.
It is.
How effective is AI at stopping these kinds of attacks?
Abnormal security claims that their AI-powered system can prevent up to $4 million in potential losses each year for their clients.
Wow, that's significant.
It is.
So they're basically using AI to spot suspicious emails before they can do any damage.
Exactly.
Right.
They're looking for anomalies and patterns that indicate a potential attack.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
What about Typeface? How are they using AI?
Typeface is helping Fortune 500 companies create personalized, on-brand content at scale.
So they're using AI to help companies with their marketing and advertising.
Exactly.
Okay.
With Typeface, brands can quadruple their advertising output / production time by half and save hundreds of hours each month.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And it all sounds very promising.
Yeah.
But what about Menlo Ventures themselves? What are they doing in the AI space?
Well, Menlo Ventures is definitely putting their money where their mouth is.
Okay.
They're actively investing in companies that are shaping the future of AI.
Do they have any specific portfolio companies that are worth mentioning?
Absolutely.
Great.
Their portfolio includes companies like Abnormal Security, which we just talked about, as well as Anthropic, which is developing those cutting-edge Claude models.
Okay, so they're investing in both the cybersecurity and the foundation model aspects of AI.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, they're also invested in companies like Arch, which you talked about earlier, as well as companies like Clean Lab, Ilios, Genesis Therapeutics, Harness, Higgsfield Neon, OpenSpace, Pinecone, Recursion, Sana, Squint, Typeface, Unstructured, Villia, and Zyra.
Wow, it's a lot of companies.
It is.
It sounds like they're covering a pretty broad range of AI applications.
Yeah, they are. And these are just a few examples.
Yeah.
Menlo Ventures is clearly committed to backing the companies that are building the future of AI.
It's amazing to see how much progress has been made in AI in such a short time.
Yeah.
And it sounds like we're just getting started.
We are.
I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yes.
Why don't we take a pause and come back to this incredible report in just a few minutes?
Sounds good. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of enterprise AI.
So far, we've uncovered some truly eye-opening insights from the Menlo Ventures report.
Right.
It seems like AI is rapidly becoming a core strategy for businesses across all sorts of industries.
Absolutely. And the rate of adoption is only expected to accelerate.
Yeah.
We're seeing significant investments in AI,
with
companies shifting resources to make room for this transformative technology.
One of the things that struck me was the prediction about agentic automation.
Yeah.
Becoming the next big wave of AI.
Right.
It sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
I know. It's pretty mind-blowing to think about AI systems that can act independently to achieve complex goals.
Yeah.
But as we discussed earlier, this isn't just a futuristic fantasy.
Right.
It's already starting to happen.
It is.
Companies like Clay and Forge are building platforms that utilize agentic AI to handle intricate tasks.
Yeah.
And we're seeing tangible disruptions in industries like education and software development.
The example of Chegg losing 85% of its market cap because of ChatGPT is a stark reminder of how quickly things can change.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder what's next.
Right.
Which industries are going to be most affected by this wave of agentic automation?
Menlo Ventures believes that IT outsourcing firms like Cognizant and legacy automation players like UiPath are particularly vulnerable. They're facing stiff competition from AI native startups that can offer similar services at a fraction of the cost.
It sounds like a classic case of disruption.
Yeah.
Established players being challenged by nimble newcomers with a technological edge.
Exactly.
But let's not forget, agentic automation isn't just about replacing jobs. It's also about creating new opportunities.
Absolutely. However, Menlo Ventures also predicts a deepening AI talent drought, which could hinder widespread adoption and innovation.
That seems counterintuitive.
Yeah.
If AI is creating all these new jobs, wouldn't that naturally lead to more people developing AI skills?
You'd think so, but the demand for AI expertise is growing at such an exponential rate that the supply simply can't keep up. As AI systems become more complex, the need for highly skilled professionals to design, build, and maintain them is skyrocketing.
So it's not just about having basic coding skills anymore. You need specialized knowledge and experience to thrive in this AI-powered world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Menlo Ventures predicts that salaries for skilled AI professionals could easily double or even triple in the coming years.
Wow.
As companies scramble to attract and retain top talent.
That's a pretty compelling incentive to start learning about AI.
Yeah.
But what about companies that can't afford to pay those kinds of salaries?
It's definitely going to be a challenge. Even if they invest in training programs and build AI centers of excellence, they'll still face fierce competition. It's crucial for companies to think creatively about attracting and retaining AI talent, perhaps by offering flexible work arrangements, prioritizing professional development opportunities, or even partnering with universities to create pipelines of skilled graduates.
So it's not just about throwing money at the problem. It's about creating a work environment that's attractive to AI professionals. And investing in the development of existing employees.
Exactly. Companies need to start thinking about how they can upskill their workforce and prepare their employees for the new reality of AI integration.
All this talk about agentic automation and talent droughts makes the future of work seem a bit uncertain.
Yeah.
Should we be worried?
I wouldn't say worried, but definitely aware and prepared. It's crucial to stay informed about the latest developments in AI. Explore how it can be applied within your own industry, and don't shy away from experimenting with new tools and platforms.
So be proactive. Embrace continuous learning. And don't be afraid to fail along the way.
Precisely. The AI landscape is constantly evolving, and the only way to stay ahead of the curve is to embrace a mindset of constant learning and adaptation.
That's reassuring.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the hype and fear surrounding AI. But ultimately, it's a tool that we can use to solve problems and create a better future.
I agree. While there are certainly challenges to address, AI also presents incredible opportunities for innovation and progress.
We've talked a lot about the broad implications of AI. But I'm curious about some specific examples of how companies are utilizing AI right now. Particularly in sectors like healthcare.
Healthcare is a fascinating area where AI is already making a significant impact. Companies are harnessing AI to develop new drugs, diagnose diseases earlier and more accurately, and even personalize treatment plans based on individual patient data.
Wow, AI is literally saving lives.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's incredible. Can you give me some examples of companies that are pioneering this life-saving work?
Certainly. One company making waves is Recursion Pharmaceuticals. They're using AI to analyze massive data sets of biological images to identify potential drug targets, which could significantly speed up the drug discovery process.
So they're basically using AI to accelerate the development of new treatments for diseases.
Absolutely.
That's game-changing.
Another company pushing the boundaries is Genesis Therapeutics. They're using AI to design new drugs from scratch, which has the potential to revolutionize the pharmaceutical industry.
Designing drugs from scratch with AI.
Yeah.
It sounds almost too good to be true. What about diagnosing Diseases.
Right.
How is AI being used in that area?
There are companies like Vilea developing AI-powered diagnostic tools that can analyze medical images, such as X-rays and scans, and identify potential problems much faster and more accurately than human doctors can.
So AI is becoming like a super-powered medical assistant, helping doctors make more informed decisions and hopefully catching diseases at earlier stages when treatment is more effective.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then there's the whole area of personalized medicine, where AI is used to tailor treatment plans to each individual patient based on their unique genetic makeup, lifestyle, and other factors.
Personalized medicine sounds like the future of healthcare.
It really is.
Are there any companies leading the charge in this area?
Absolutely. Zyra is a great example. They're using AI to analyze vast amounts of patient data, including medical records, genetic information, and even lifestyle data to identify the most effective treatments for each individual.
So instead of a one-size-fits-all approach to medicine, we're moving towards a more individualized and targeted approach thanks to AI.
That's the idea.
Okay.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to AI's potential in healthcare.
Yeah.
There are countless other applications being explored, from robotic surgery to drug delivery systems.
It's amazing to think how AI is already transforming so many different aspects of our lives, especially in such critical areas as healthcare.
It truly is. And as with any transformative technology, there are challenges and ethical considerations we need to address as AI becomes more deeply integrated into our lives.
Right. It's not all about the shiny new possibility.
No.
There are potential downsides and unintended consequences we need to be aware of.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We need to ensure that AI is developed and used responsibly, with careful consideration of its impact on individuals and society as a whole.
Yeah.
One of the biggest challenges is data.
Okay.
AI systems require vast amounts of data to function effectively. And that data needs to be high quality, well organized, and free from biases.
Ah, the old garbage in, garbage out problem.
Exactly.
It makes sense that if you train an AI system on biased or flawed data, it's going to produce biased or flawed results.
Precisely. Data quality and bias are critical considerations when developing and deploying AI systems. And of course, there's the ethical dilemma of job displacement. While AI can create new opportunities, it can also lead to the automation of certain tasks and roles, potentially leaving some workers behind.
But you can't just ignore the potential impact on people's livelihoods as AI becomes more prevalent in the workplace.
Exactly. It's crucial to have open and honest conversations about the ethical implications of AI and develop strategies to mitigate potential negative consequences. This includes investing in reskilling programs, fostering a culture of lifelong learning, and creating social safety nets for those who may be affected by job displacement.
So it's not just about blindly embracing AI. It's about approaching it with a critical and thoughtful mindset, weighing the potential benefits against the potential risks, and making sure that its development and deployment are guided by ethical principles.
Absolutely. We need to ensure that AI is used to enhance human capabilities, not replace them entirely, and that its benefits are shared broadly across society, not just concentrated in the hands of a few.
It sounds like there's a lot to consider as we navigate this new AI-powered world.
It is.
But I'm curious, what are some practical steps companies can take to mitigate the challenges and ensure their AI projects are successful?
One crucial strategy is to start small and focus on specific use cases where AI can have a clear and measurable impact. Don't try to boil the ocean. Begin with a well-defined problem that AI can help you solve.
So choose your battles wisely and don't try to implement AI for everything all at once.
Exactly. It's also essential to have the right data and the right talent in place before diving in. Make sure your data is clean, organized, relevant to the problem you're trying to solve, and make sure you have access to skilled AI professionals who can design, build, and maintain your AI systems.
So data quality and talent acquisition are paramount.
They are. Having a clear strategy and a roadmap for how you're going to implement AI is also vital. Don't just jump in without a plan. Define your goals, outline your approach, and set realistic expectations for what you can achieve with AI.
So plan your work and work your plan just like with any other major initiative.
Precisely.
Okay.
And don't forget the importance of communication.
Right.
Keep your stakeholders informed throughout the process.
Okay.
Let them know what you're doing, why you're doing it,
Right.
and what the expected outcomes are.
Transparency is key.
Yes.
Especially when you're dealing with a technology that can seem mysterious or even intimidating to some people.
Absolutely. And finally, remember that AI is a constantly evolving field.
Right.
Be prepared to iterate, adapt, and change course as needed.
Right.
What works today might not work tomorrow.
Yeah.
So be flexible and embrace a culture of continuous learning and improvement.
It's a good reminder that implementing AI isn't a one-and-done kind of thing.
No, it's not.
It's an ongoing process that requires constant attention, refinement, and a willingness to learn from your mistakes.
Exactly. And that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah.
The world of AI is full of possibilities,
Right.
and those who are willing to embrace the challenges and opportunities it presents will be the ones who shape the future.
We've covered a vast amount of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
And it's clear that AI is no longer just a buzzword.
Right.
It's a transformative force.
Yeah.
That's reshaping businesses and industries at an unprecedented pace.
Yeah.
But before we get too carried away, let's pause here and continue our exploration in the next segment. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've been exploring the exciting and sometimes daunting world of enterprise AI, guided by the insights from the Menlo Ventures report.
It's been a fascinating journey, hasn't it?
It has.
We've seen how AI is not just a technological advancement, but a force that's reshaping businesses, industries, and even the very nature of work itself.
It's clear that AI is no longer a futuristic concept.
Right.
It's a present reality that companies are actively grappling with, from legal departments to financial institutions to manufacturing floors.
Yeah.
AI is finding its way into every nook and cranny of the business world.
And it's not just about automating tasks or improving efficiency.
Right.
AI is also enabling companies to uncover hidden insights, make more informed decisions, and create entirely new products and services.
But as we've discussed, this rapid AI evolution comes with its share of challenges. There's potential for job displacement, the ethical considerations surrounding data privacy and bias, and the ever-widening gap between the demand for and supply of AI talent are all issues that we need to address head-on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's crucial to approach AI implementation with a balanced perspective, recognizing both its immense potential and the potential pitfalls. Blindly embracing AI without considering its broader implications could lead to unintended consequences.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the big picture. What does the future hold for enterprise AI?
Yeah.
And what key takeaways should our listeners keep in mind as they navigate this evolving landscape?
I believe AI will become increasingly integrated into every facet of business operations. We'll see more sophisticated AI-powered tools and solutions emerge, further automating tasks, providing deeper insights, and augmenting human decision-making capabilities.
So AI is essentially going to become the new normal.
Right.
As commonplace as computers and the internet are today.
Exactly. And its impact will extend far beyond the workplace, influencing how we live, interact with the world, and even how we perceive ourselves as humans.
That's both exhilarating and a bit unsettling.
Yeah.
What advice would you give our listeners to help them prepare for this AI-driven future?
First and foremost, cultivate a mindset of continuous learning. Stay abreast of the latest AI developments. Explore how AI is being applied in your industry, and experiment with new tools and platforms. Don't let yourself fall behind the curve.
So curiosity and adaptability are key in this rapidly changing world.
Right.
What else?
Don't just be a passive observer.
Okay.
Actively seek out opportunities to leverage AI to solve problems and create value within your own sphere of influence.
Right.
Think about how AI can enhance your work, your business, or even your community.
So be proactive, be innovative,
Right.
and be a part of the solution, not just a spectator.
Yeah.
That's great advice.
And finally, don't be afraid to fail.
Okay.
Experimentation is essential for learning and progress. Try things out, see what works, and learn from your mistakes.
Okay.
AI is a constantly evolving field.
Right.
And the only way to truly understand its potential is by getting your hands dirty.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the fear of making mistakes.
Right.
But ultimately, failure is just another opportunity to learn and grow. Embracing a growth mindset is crucial in this ever-changing world.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
The world of AI is full of possibilities, and those who approach it with a sense of curiosity, courage, and a willingness to learn will be the ones who shape its future.
Well, I think we've provided our listeners with a lot to ponder.
Yes.
From the rise of agentic automation to the ethical considerations of AI to the practical steps companies can take to implement AI effectively.
Yeah.
We've covered a wide range of topics.
We have only scratched the surface.
Right.
But hopefully this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and inspired you to explore the world of enterprise AI further.
If you're eager to delve deeper into the Menlo Ventures report that formed the basis of our discussion, you can find a link to the full report in the show notes.
And as always, we encourage you to continue exploring, learning, and challenging yourself.
Okay.
The AI revolution is just beginning, and it's up to all of us to shape its trajectory.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of enterprise AI.
It was my pleasure.
Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.